What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 here for another video review. This time it's the regular Batman. Actually, it's not the regular, it's the exclusive version with a bat cowl and the sniper rifle from Batman v Superman from Hot Toys. And you can purchase some other figures from this line at bigbadtoystore.com. Just click the link in the description. And here we go. Let's start off with a box. It is the where the way you get this is if you order in Hong Kong, or if you're in the stateside, if you I guess buy this with a 2-pack with the Man of Steel, which I did, and you know, I'm really happy with it. This turned out to be a figure. There was a time where it's still on pre-order for quite some time, and then the new prototype, because they were calling him Fat Man at first, and then Hot Toys turned around and you know, changed the body, and all of a sudden it's one of the most sought after figures, and now the price just skyrocketed through the roof. If you are a reseller for this, I'm guessing you should sell it by now, because once the Avengers I mean, not the Avengers, but the Justice League version comes out, that's another Batman figure right there. So just a thought. Box is pretty standard, you know, a shoe type box right there, and then you can see the inlay. Pretty nice shot of the figure. It really captures Ben Affleck there. And as you can see, once I open this up, it has a ton of accessories, so you really get your money's worth, in my opinion, with this figure. And let's start off. You get some 2 open palm hands. This is the trigger finger. As you can see, a gun holding hand. You get 2 of them. That one, as you can see, there's like a gap in the 2 fingers. This is the Iron Brand hand. See there, you can easily see it right there. There's a gap in between his fingers, so that's where you're going to insert the branding. That is the Batarang holding hand, and yeah, that's it. And then he comes with fisted hands right off the box. Also comes with this grenade launcher, as you can remember from my Armored Batman review. He also comes with this. Pretty nifty that they included in both figures. So if you're not getting the Iron Batman, I mean the Armored Batman, so at least you have the chance to pick him up right here. Go. He comes with, this guy has tons of accessories, I'm telling you. He also comes with his 2 grenades in here, 4 batarangs, pretty awesome. Yeah, nice looking batarangs right there. And there you go. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. They're made out of plastic, and he also comes with, you know, several attachments for his grappling gun. You see, this is the hook that is kind of deployed, kind of like when you are, you know, hooking it up. So that's a nice touch right there, deployed. And then you have 2 on the other side, which are mainly like spare. I'm guessing they're gonna deploy once you press on that. You know, it'll come out and open up as well. And on the other side, you can see there, that's a kind of like a hook that's the wires are straight to simulate that it's shooting forward, and the other one, as you can see, the wires are kind of bent, kind of like it's coming out of the batarang. I mean, out of the grappling gun. So that's nice touch right there. Those are nice, cool effects. And this is the grappling gun itself. Pretty nice accessory by itself. As you can see, there's a hole right there underneath the second barrel that you can insert this those attachments that I just showed you. Mostly you just see my finger and my messed up lens. There you go. So yeah, that's how it looks like. So it is nicely snug, and because of the fact that the string back then was, you know, if you have the Batman Returns, this is gonna be like a real string, but it's made out of plastic, so it doesn't bend or anything. Sorry about my finger. It's kind of yellowish on the camera because I just finished carving up a pumpkin, you know, for my son's first Halloween. So, and there you go. It's pretty cool. And this one as well. This is the attachment. So those are nice posing options, you know, if you are trying to pose him. And this figure is awesome. It's probably, I don't know, one of the best, if not the best, Hot Toys figure to date. You know, normally you hear this term unboxing, pound for pound. This is value per value. The best, I would say, figure that Hot Toys have ever released right now. So pretty cool. There you go. You can see there the paint application in this grappling gun is also awesome. You can see some weathering the wooden part of the handle. It's pretty cool. On the other side, you can see here. Yeah, that's a nice shot right there of the grappling gun. Yeah, overall, you know, there's tons of accessories in the grappling gun with so many options, and you can also attach this to attachments in the side. So, you know, if you, I don't know how you're going to display your Batman. If you are planning to line up his accessories on his feet, if you are, then oh my god, you're in for a treat, because there's just so many accessories. And he comes with this branding iron, as you can see there. It's the Batman symbol. If you remember, he branded one of these criminals when he caught him. It's pretty cool. It kind of looks like his Batarang. I love it. There's just so many posting, you know, options, so many accessories. Even if you didn't get the exclusive version, let's say you just got the regular version Batman, you are still gonna get what I am showing you here. And for a figure for the same, pretty much the same amount, if not just $5 more than Vision, you get all these. So unbelievable. You see that mouth plate. It doesn't even have eyes on it, so you can see the eyes there, and that is the tool that you will use to position the eyes and also pop out the mouth plate. The eyes are a little bit sketchy. I get it why they went that route. It's a bit harder to pull off and put on, but it eliminates the gap or the opening from the cowl, just like what you see if they use the purse system. I don't know how to feel about it, to be quite honest with you. I'm not against what they did. It's a bit hard because now you're gonna take off the cowl on and off. The way they did it, as you can see here, you can just kind of push the mouth on the right hand side. It's not rocket science, although you might have some trouble removing the eyes at first, because the first time you get the figure, the eyes has been there for quite some time. It's you kind of tug and pull, and you always want to be careful when you're dealing with Hot Toys. And this is the stand, regular stand right there. One thing I like about the stand is, I mean, it all applies to all the figures, is that this cradle that he does have, it's the metallic cradle that only has the, like, you know, the single crotch grabber, which is pretty cool. I like that. I wish they would have included an option for that for Man of Steel, so I don't have to improvise, because right now I did improvise for him. I like the dynamic stand as much as anyone else, but, you know, I want this option as well. Now, this only comes if you purchase the exclusive edition, so you get the sniper rifle. Pretty nice. I would say the sniper rifle is worth the money. I'm pretty sure you can pick this up in a 1/6 form of somehow, you know, if you just got the regular edition. But it is a nice touch, you know, and that scene, if you remember when he was trying to follow Lex Luthor's plan, and his he didn't really use this to kill anyone, but mostly to track the kryptonite. Spoiler alert. But if you haven't seen it by now, I mean, it's on you. It's on you now. The bipod is working for real, so it has some springs on it. It looks wooden, but obviously it's not. It's made out of plastic. But overall, the paint application, the look of the sniper rifle is superb. You know, that's one thing I was gonna say. It looks amazing. See the scope right there. There's a little brushed metal. Pretty nice, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty nice gun. And on this side you would see another exclusive edition, is the Bat Tech cowl. There was one scene where Jeremy Irons were testing this. I guess this is the Bat cowl behind the rubber, so it has all sorts of gadgets, as you can see there. It looks like a paneling is made out of, they're making it look like it's made out of carbon fiber. And it makes sense because it has a bunch of wires, maybe for his voice changer. They were testing it, you know, in the movie. But as far as Hot Toys version is, it's really cool. You know, something that you would display as well. That at least I would. It's going on for $90 on eBay right now, which is crazy. But I don't know if this is a super rare item, but I know it's an exclusive item. I don't know if I'm gonna pay $90 for it. It's cool, but I don't think it is $90 cool. I don't even buy it for $50 if I were you. You know, I mean, unless you're a real completionist and you missed out on the exclusive version somehow. But yeah, if you're like kind of like late in the game or so. But yeah, it's pretty cool. As you can see there, that's the mask. And now for the figure itself, it is a thing of beauty. I can tell you that right now. The costume, now mind you, he's gonna look a lot lighter, like more grayish than dark gray in my videos, because I am currently outside in my garage. I'm you know, renovating my my man cave, so there's a combination of light outside and also my my studio lights. So, but you know, it shouldn't deter you from appreciating the figures. You can see here, my goodness, this thing is a beauty. The suit itself is nicely and it's really nice and accurate. You can see some prototype pictures from back then. Do not believe those pictures. This is the one that has some muscles in it, some abdominal muscles. No, I've seen some collectors make some modifications, and that is cool. I don't think it's necessary though. It's totally up to you. If you leave the figure in stock, it's not like it's a horrible figure. If you want to modify it, it is really up to you. But I'm not the type of guy who's gonna do any modifications on a figure that's pretty much perfect in my eyes. You know, it is pretty much perfect already. You can see his boots right there, some scuffing, some gold marks on the toe, and if you turn it around, even the cape. You know, a lot of people are complaining about his cape, and I think it's pretty decent. You can see there's some weathering. It's a bit longer than what you want it to be. The material's a bit, I would say a bit thin. You know, if there's something I would change, I don't know. I like the cape as well. You know, I'm not that type of guy who's gonna find something wrong about the figure. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong about trying to make the figure perfect in your eyes. I mean, it is your figure anyway, so you can do whatever you want to do with the figure. But if you are like me, who is, you know, just happy to and just appreciate something out of the box, and I normally don't do unless it's really drastic and it looks totally stupid. You know, the one thing that I modified was my Raiden from Metal Gear Solid. It's because it has a defect on his arm, so I opened it up, modified it. But other than that, I don't really find it necessary for most figures. You can see there's some weathering on his pants, because like this guy is as close to perfect as you can come in my eyes. You know, you can disagree with me, you can find something wrong with it, and that is totally fine. You know, we don't need to meet eye to eye all the time. If you think that the cape is horrible, it's up to you. To me, it's tolerable. It is decent. It doesn't hinder the fact that it's a great figure. Even if you change the cape and I see a Tony May cape, would I know it's a Tony May cape? If you didn't tell me, probably not. Or some regular collector, because it's not as horrible as the Batman Begins cape. You know, it's actually pretty decent. And as far as his face sculpt, my goodness, you can see here, you can see Ben Affleck right on. You can see right, you know, head on right here. You won't say that it's not Ben Affleck. I like the cowl, the permanent scowl on his face. I don't know what they did. The eyes, the mouth plate, the cowl itself. My God, it's like a miniature version of Ben Affleck. It's perfection. It's perfection. I don't know what to say. Perhaps the one that I'm telling you earlier about changing the faceplate is maybe a good move in retrospect, because now you don't see any lines, you know, around the cowl, because of the purse system, which is something that I always loved. You know, I love purse. A lot of people doesn't like it, but I'm one of those guys who goes more for functionality. Doesn't really bother me, the purse system. But this new system is not horrible as well. I just feel more for the longevity of the figure, you know, taking the head sculpt out, in and out, and you know, it depends on how many times obviously you do it. But that's what's more I'm concerned about. But I don't mind like their new system now where you take out the cowl. It's a really I guess something new to me as well. I mean, how his cowl was set up to the body, it looks kind of strange. It kind of reminds me of the first Amazing Spider-Man, where the neck peg is a bit different than other Hot Toys figures. And as you can see here, so this is just the cowl. So this is how it looks like bare without anything. So what you do is you just kind of push the mouth plate in. It doesn't have the magnet, kind of like the old, let's say, Batmans and whatnot. So you just put shit up in there. So if you want to take it off, underneath this cowl is where you're going to use the tool. So there's a tool that's included here. This is the neck peg that I was talking about earlier. And this is the eyes. There you go. So if let's say you want to use the eyes, it's kind of like looking right. So what you do is you put the tool in the eyes, you know, on the back of the eye, so you can kind of hold it. Now I can't do it in front of the camera because I'm too close, and it's just at first this is the first time I'm attempting to do this this switch, so I'm sorry if everything's blurry because it's not in focus. I actually couldn't do it. I gotta do it off stage, and what you do is you kind of line it up. It's not gonna be perfect. Here you go. So once you kind of line it up, you just kind of push it with your hand. Oh, maybe I did do it. Yeah, I can't remember. So yeah, this is the kind of like his angry look, as you can see there. Here you go. Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't show you the exact way of just putting the eyes and everything. But once you put them in place, kind of push them with your finger, so it gets attached to the cowl. But yeah, right there. So it's not really tedious or anything, but let's just say it requires patience, and you gotta be really careful you don't drop the eyes or anything like that because they're really fragile. I suggest when you're doing this, you gotta be somewhere where you have a big area where you're not gonna drop this, because I know my buddy was changing his faceplate, he dropped it, and then the back part where there's a ball where you kind of push the mouth cracked. So if you're gonna change mouths or the eyes, you gotta make sure you're either in the bed or in a big table where it drops. It's okay that it's not gonna go in a free fall, because at least you don't break them. They're really these things are fragile. Hot Toys are known for not making the best quality figures anyway. There you go. It looks like you're really angry here, and I like that look. And this is another look which he has with the kind of like the open mouth. So I'm just gonna show you some posing options here. All of them looks like Ben Affleck. Unbelievable. Never seen a figure so perfect. Before this figure, I always liked my DX11. I always say I'm not gonna sell that figure, DX11, and this goes up with that. Now, and it also helps that I'm a big fan of Batman. So regardless of what you think about the movie, this is a great figure. Great, one of Hot Toys' best. And as far as scale, these are the other Batman. As you can see, I like Batman versus Superman. I think you can already tell. Not sure about Wonder Woman, and I know I keep on telling my videos I'm not gonna take Nightmare. I'm still on the fence, but as you can see him right there at the moment of the video, I did take him. He might be gone too, but who knows? Not that I'm selling him, but I made a trade for him, or I bought him from a guy, but he wants it back. So from Casey. All right, so he's in great scale. Obviously, armored Batman is gonna be a bit taller because of the armor and all that stuff, but pretty great scale right there. And then if you want to put him right next to Superman, then he's also in great scale. You see, he's a bit taller because Ben Affleck is really in real life a bit taller than Henry Cavill. He's a big dude, but yeah, it's in great scale right here. So if you want to do the standoff, oh my god, both of these figures looks really amazing, so my god. And we'll talk about some poses, and then we'll wrap this thing up. This has been a long review already, but it's a great figure, so I know there's tons of reviews out there right now, but I love this figure. One of Hot Toys' best. Probably gonna keep this forever, unless I really need the money, but it's just amazing. Like, I don't know what Hot Toys is gonna do once they release the Justice League version, if they look the same, obviously, but it's gonna be hard to top this guy because of the amount of accessories he comes with, the mouth plate and all that stuff. So, and then the price, $234. It might sound like a lot of money, but in Hot Toys money, that is nothing. That is the same price, let's say, as Falcon, which is Falcon a secondary character, and he doesn't come with all these accessories. Yes, he does come with a big wing and all that stuff, but put it in perspective. This is $15 more than Winter Soldier, the new Winter Soldier now, which comes with one gun. You know, just put that in perspective. And this is Batman. You know, one of the best characters ever. The movie might not be for everyone, but I personally love the movie. You might not like the movie, but this version of Batman right here is the best one so far, I would say, that translated into a Hot Toys figure. But again, you know, it won't matter, I guess, if you don't have any affiliation with the movie. Like Jack Sparrow, the DX06 was a really good figure, and I envy anyone who has it. But I won't buy it for $300 because I never watched, you know, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe I should. You know, maybe I'm the only person in the world who hasn't seen a single movie from that line. Maybe I would love it. I don't know, but it just doesn't appeal to me. So therefore, I don't have the urge to purchase it or even acquire it. But as a fan of figures, I do appreciate the fact that it looks beautiful. And it looks like it's worth every penny. You know, outside the fact that I haven't seen the movie, so I don't have any feelings or affiliation with it. And just to let you know, this pose right here with the sniper rifle is really hard to pull off. It's not that he's not articulated. As you can see, he can bend his elbows 90 degrees. He can do all sorts of bending if you want to on this figure. It's just that the hands are not the problem. It's the gauntlet. Once you put the hands in the, so you gotta really position this. It won't work. You know, I don't know how you set up your guns, but normally I put the guns in the hand first, and then I put the hands on the peg. But on this case, I gotta do it the opposite way, where I gotta just put hands, because the gauntlet, the stock of the gun is hitting his gauntlet because it's so big, so it's causing problems. So this is, as you know, I'm pretty sure you can put this above more, but you know, the elbows from the one holding the rifle on the trigger finger, let's just put it this way, it has to be higher than the support elbows right there. So, you know, that's just a tip for you if you're trying to pull up this pose. And obviously, if you want him to hold the grenade launcher, it's pretty easy. It's not like because of the stock, it doesn't have a stock on the back, as you can see there. So there's nothing hitting his forearm gauntlet, so there's no hindrance there. But my goodness, I didn't even use the grappling gun on this review on his poses, but I love this figure. You know, with his suit, normally a Batman figure can't move. This guy has all the range of movements that you want. I bought the Keaton Batman, the Batman Returns. It's like buying a statue, basically. You know, he has some cool features. He comes with the same, pretty much, I would say the same amount of accessories. Changeable mouth plate, you know, purse system, so awesome base. This has all that, but this is poseable. Like, you can actually pose this figure, and it's more dynamic. He has more of a presence on the shelf. Which, well, Batman Returns, obviously you're a fan of '89 Batman, you know, you hate to hear what I'm saying right now, but as a collector, and I like that Keaton Batman as well, I like the movie as well, but as a figure, this can blow that figure away as far as movability and, you know, functionality and all that stuff. So there you go. Hands down, I would say very easily would win the figure of the year in my book. There's a lot of nice figures that came out in 2016, but none come close to the price, A, and B, to the amount of accessories that you would get from this guy. You can make an argument with Deadpool if he didn't have that wrist issue. Now, Iron Man figures, the die-cast, would, you know, they might come with more accessories and so, or being die-cast, but they're obviously $100 more than this figure. So price per value, or price for accessories, you know, if you do that ratio, nothing beats this figure right now. So it's a must-have. It's still on wait list. Sometimes it comes out on pre-order in Big Bad Toy Store, so go ahead and jump on that if I were you. If not, you might have to wait a couple of years more till the Justice League comes out, and I'm pretty sure you'll still get a crack at Batman. This is not the end of it. But thank you for watching, guys, and please like or subscribe my videos. It really helps me out, and I'll see you in the next review.